Ground information, Mike. Wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
4, 5, 6. Gotta be down, ready now.
You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left. Winds are calm. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the RampCheck Aviation Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Ryan. Good evening.
Good evening. Tony, can you scoot your chair a little closer to Ryan? When you lean in to talk on the mic, it's just a little bit off. I just did that to annoy Ryan. Just kidding.
Yeah, it worked. Because now we're touching.
No, it's okay. You can just move a little bit. There you go. All right.
Been a long day at work. So
now we're rocking and rolling.
Oh man, yes we are. Wow, what a day. Sorry, my blood sugar was low, so I had to have a Reese's just to get the blood sugar to get me ready to go for the podcast tonight. So,
Well,
how is
there you go.
everybody? Hope you guys had a great day. Making some adjustments here. Sorry.
Whoa, AvGeek Joe is already spamming us.
Yeah, well, we've
got
had a
1,
handful
2,
of
3,
comments.
4.
I think these are older. Maybe.
Are they? No, it says 1951.
Oh wow! So he's like been spamming us. So we'll just start from the very beginning. AvGeek Joe. Sure, they'll be safe and they'll never be able to repeat email your show.
He's talking about the title to the podcast
Yep.
episode.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Also, today is Steph Strickland's birthday, so please wish Steph a happy birthday. Thanks.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Steph.
Happy
Strickland.
birthday. Steph.
AvGeek reporter Steph Strickland.
Nice.
Nice. I'm going to refill my glass now before the rehearsal. The RampCheck Air Show rehearsal starts. Nice. Okay. BH World already, you know those PC users. Not cool like us Macintosh.
So there's a little backstory behind that. So
Uh-huh.
BH texted me last night and he was wondering if it would be okay if he joined the Mac world because he's so out of date typically.
Oh, really?
He wanted something that would edit his photos a little bit better, something that would work a little bit better. So I was instructing him and his wife exactly what to do. And so hopefully he's watching on his new Mac tonight.
Maybe
So
he
that's
is.
that's what that's about.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't know that you could like comment before the live stream even started. So that's
I-
kinda cool.
Yeah, that's funny. I wonder yeah, that is interesting. I wonder if it was 1950. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
I just
All right. Well, we
Aaron, I
kind
just
of know.
noticed your screen name, Aaron at Aaron Rump Hoto.
It's Rum Photo.
Oh, Rump Photo.
Yeah,
Wow.
you have to read it correctly.
Not a Japanese name.
Yeah, Rum Hoto.
So a lot to talk about tonight on the RampCheck Aviation Podcast live stream. As the title says, AvGeek Joe caught onto that. Our autonomous aircraft, or will autonomous aircraft be safe?
Just say yes and we'll move on.
Okay, that's it. That's a wrap. Thanks everybody
Yes,
for
they
watching.
are.
So we have a couple of stories we're going to talk about tonight. There's a story that Aaron, you sent us a little bit earlier. This is coming from actual AF.mil, the Air Force official website.
Mhm.
F-16s arrived to be modified for autonomous testing. And I came across a story as well about EASA. That's basically Europe's equivalent to the FAA. Approves extended minimum crew operations. That's EMCO. And Airbus is starting with the A320. So we'll talk about those here in a little bit as well. In the meantime, of course, if you're not AvGeek Joe or BH World, go ahead and chime in. Say hello. AvGeek Joe and BH World can as well. I'm just saying since we've already.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
They know how to use the commenting section
Yes, they
very
do.
well.
And let us know where you're watching from tonight as well. And We've also got a couple of other stories that we're going to talk about tonight as well. We'll.
I don't want to forget to mention the people on Instagram watching through Instagram Live. We can't put your comments through the Instagram Live on our live stream show, but we can certainly read them, and I can reply. I've got it pulled up on my iPhone at Aaron Rum Photo. That is us commenting back. So just in case.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Welcome, Instagram
Yes.
viewers.
Hey, are we ready for our first palate cleansing video of the night?
Let's do it.
Oh, by the way, BH.
Always a surprise.
Speaking of surprises, he's surprised this Macintosh has a keyboard. Pretty cool.
Oh god, Aaron's probably so happy with you because Aaron.
I'm very happy.
Yep, Aaron loves Mac.
Yep, and I'm still Mr. PC.
You are. Yep,
You know.
but that's okay. Nobody's
And that and
Old
hence,
habits die hard.
hence all the technical difficulties.
Are we having any technical difficulties tonight?
Hey, over the years, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, just
A little bit adds up a lot.
most of that was my internet, but you know how it goes.
Sure.
Man, I got a little froggy in my throat. Excuse me.
Okay, let's do the
All right,
palate
let's do the
cleansing.
palate
Let's do
cleansing
it.
video. So this this first video that we're going to talk about tonight, or that we're going to watch, is let's see. Here,
That
let
looks
me-
like a hypersonic sled.
So this is,
It is.
from Historic Vids at History in Memes, and this is actually a hypersonic sled test, and this thing's going 6,599 miles.
That's nuts, dude. It's on a rail.
I
Isn't that
know.
Are we
crazy?
going to be able to see this?
Yeah, check this out. Here we go.
It's pretty sick. This video is pretty.
I think
good.
I've seen this before.
I've seen it
That's like
too. It's
a
great.
long time ago. Damn. You like hear the
I love how you can hear it like way down the rail.
Okay, here it is at half speed.
I know you can hear it like starting to hum.
That is nuts.
Look at that.
Now, quarter speed.
Quarter speed.
Look at that.
Wow.
6,599.
Do me a favor,
miles per
play
hour.
that play
Here's the-
that over. I want to hear the first one.
Here's the first one. Here we go.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Damn,
Dude, that is a lot of kinetic energy.
That is. Got to see this at half speed one more time.
That's pretty good.
Don't blink. And the sound.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty good.
and what do hypersonic sleds have to do with the RampCheck Aviation podcast live stream? Well, aviation in general. You know that the U.S. Air Force is obviously working on hypersonic technology for aircraft, and you know Russia claims to have hypersonic missiles. So does China as well, and yeah.
asshole.
Thank you very much. Matt Wadman commenting on the video. Don't blink. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely right. And Avgeek Joe, good grief. Yes. I do have another palate cleansing video though to show you as well.
So did you guys see that that huge Strata launch aircraft, the 6-engine, dual fuselage aircraft that I think they call it the Rock. It
out of
Mojave. Out of Mojave. They're now testing hypersonic test aircraft from that. And they launched their own indigenous version 1.0 hypersonic test vehicle. They dropped from the Strata launch aircraft just this month, or actually in March, excuse me, now that we're in April.
Well, and the U.S. military has tried a few times, and they're a little bit far behind from the last stories that we've read. So you know what? If the government can't do it, get the private industry to do it.
I know. Get Elon Musk on it; it'll happen quicker than. Yeah, the Air Force actually tested a hypersonic missile over the Pacific, kind of flexing in front of China last month as well. So there's all kinds of cool shit going on with hypersonics.
Oh, there is. Definitely. Let's see here.
All right. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here goes another.
Hey, and just in case you guys were curious, if you look there on X on the side there of the next video, the RampCheck Aviation podcast is live right now.
Wow. Drop everything and go watch it.
Head over there, give us a like and subscribe, and let's go.
So speaking of hypersonic, or I should say, speaking of Elon Musk, here we go. Listen to the comments on this too.
That is so cool.
I love it.
What are we looking at?
BH World got a photo of that recently too.
Well, this is a recent Falcon 9 launch.
That's something else. I don't know.
Out of Vandenberg.
Monitoring our progress.
That one you would have seen from St. George, Tony, if you had gone outside.
I need to keep track of this stuff a little bit closer so I can go and see them. I did see one of these. Well, not a Falcon. It was just I don't know who launched it out of Vandenberg, but this was several years ago. And I remember driving from St. George to Las Vegas and seeing that thing and thinking we were being invaded or something because I had never seen one of these.
Oh, look at that.
Is that
it's pretty wicked looking.
Is that going up or is that?
It's going up. That's a Falcon 9. That's the second stage actually. Climbing into space.
Oh wow!
The first stage is already detached and is heading back to the launch pad or the drone ship, depending on where it's at. But yeah, those are wicked. I mean, I've seen, a few launches. When I lived in Arizona, I remember one time there was a Centaur rocket out of Vandenberg that launched, in the twilight, and oh my god, I literally thought it was the end of the world. I thought it was like a Easter, Jesus coming back moment, because it literally looked like the fabric of time was splitting in half in the atmosphere, and that like the heavenly glow was coming through. It was really eerie. It was crazy.
Should I click on this?
What is it?
Let's see here. Let's see if we're in a loop. Oh, look.
There we are.
There it is.
Yeah.
The Aviation podcast live stream. We're not quite live. There's a bit of a delay there, but
a little long a bit of delay.
Yeah.
So there was one other launch I was going to mention too, and I think I've talked about this on the podcast, but back in I think it was 2015 or 16, I was actually driving to St. George, and I saw a Titan from a submarine launch from Southern California.
Oh wow!
And it was unbelievable. I actually have photos of it. I'll have to maybe try to find those, but anyway,
cool. And then BH World. Speaking of hypersonic, any update to the spaghetti gear?
Not yet, but it will sometime soon. I promise.
That's too funny.
Then he says, because we have some high level interest these days.
I know. We do.
On yourself, high level.
We do.
Yeah,
we do. We'll get it.
All right.
We'll get it.
So shall we talk about our lead story tonight then?
Sure.
Aaron, you go ahead and take it the military direction. I'll take it the commercial aircraft direction.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll pull it up. So
what sheet? Never mind.
Oh, this is for.
That's what she said.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So here we go. This is actually a cool story. So this comes from af.mil, the official Air Force website. F-16s arrived to be modified for autonomous testing. This was published on April 3rd, so it just barely came out. Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. The 96th Test Wing and 53rd Wing welcomed their first 3 F-16 Fighting Falcons ready to take part in Viper experimentation and next-gen operations model autonomy flying test bed program. It's called Venom Aft, is designed and funded to accelerate testing of autonomy software on crewed and uncrewed aircraft. Venom Aft complements the autonomy data and artificial intelligence experimentation. A lot of big words in this article.
Right.
Providing ground at Eglin Air Force Base, and informs the Collaborative Combat Aircraft Program and other autonomy developers. The next
Jesus,
step.
how many syllables just in that last paragraph?
I know, it's crazy. That's why the Air Force and military has so many acronyms, because
Exactly.
because of all these crazy words. But
You need them.
anyway, the next step for the Venom program is to modify the F-16 aircraft into test platforms to rapidly evaluate autonomous capability. The Venom program marks a pivotal chapter in the advancement of aerial combat capabilities. This transformative program holds the potential to redefine air combat paradigms by fostering novel autonomous functions.
Who the hell wrote this shit?
God, I know it's like they're trying to impress everybody. But the way, but hey, it all makes sense. But anyway, and future crewed and uncrewed platforms, said Major Ross Elder. Well, there you go. It was actually a statement. Venom developmental test lead. We look forward to the culmination of years in engineering and collaboration as Venom leads a measured step towards new age of aviation. So, they already have F-16 drones.
Right.
So they're probably just building on top of that, the QF-16 program.
Oh, no, it was Florida. It was Eglin that had these before anyway, right? This is just like a more advanced version of it.
That's probably why they're doing it, because the NGAD and the collaborative combat system, it's like NGAD is supposed to be the crewed aircraft 6th gen fighter, and then they're going to have like wingman drones as a part of it. So that's probably what they're really focusing on here, I'm guessing.
Right, but when you're talking about drones,
yeah,
it's basically a remote controlled F-16.
Yeah.
You've got your people sitting down in an office with their little flight sim joystick. I mean, it's a little more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Advanced.
Yeah.
But we're talking autonomous.
Exactly. And that's probably going to be part of this whole new next generation air dominance is having some autonomy in these aircraft. And so I would imagine, you get the right software, get the right AI in there. I mean, so on Instagram Live, we've got Jacob Warai commenting. And he's saying, it's totally different, which it is totally different than the QF-16 program. But what I'm saying is they already know how to integrate and fly an F-16 without anybody in the cockpit. That was my point. But with software and advancements in artificial intelligence, we're getting into that crazy ass spectrum of aviation where you're going to have actual robots fly everything themselves. It's like an advanced autopilot that can do everything, I guess.
Right. Exactly.
But
basically, it's a fucking Tesla in the sky.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't crash and burn like some of those Teslas do. But anyway, I'll just continue reading a little bit more here. Similar to the F-16 and F-15 testing at Eglin, the Venom program will undergo developmental and operational testing via the 40th Flight Test Squadron, 85th Test Evaluation Squadron. So anyway, it's an interesting program. It'll be interesting to follow it throughout the years.
Oh yeah, just to see where it goes. I'm sure it's going to be, yeah,
it'll be cool to see like if down the road maybe they do a little like combat air-to-air combat sequence between an autonomous aircraft and aircraft piloted by an actual pilot, and just kind of see how that goes. It'll be kind of cool. Hopefully we get some information on that as they do that. I'm sure they're doing that too, right? Like as well as as well as just other missions where they maybe hit a target or something. I'm sure they're focusing a lot on the air-to-air.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, and when it boils right down to it, when you're talking about a computer program, artificial intelligence, whatever you want to refer to it as, I mean, basically it's still just a difference engine. It's ones and zeros and Is it
Yeah.
intelligent enough to anticipate what a human mind is thinking, human reflexes? I mean, technically on paper, I'm sure it's going to react a lot faster than a human. You're going to say, all of these different advantages, but when it comes right down to it,
Yeah.
where is that intuition that a human being has? Where is that respect for non-combatants like a human mind has?
Yeah, well,
respect for life.
Pull that article back up really quick. I was just
Sure.
that paragraph kind of goes along with what we're talking about. Right here he says Colonel Joe Gagnon. Anyway, it's important to understand the human on the loop aspect of this type of testing, meaning that a
Yeah.
pilot will be involved in the autonomy in real time and maintain the ability to start and stop specific algorithms. There will never be a time where the Venom aircraft will solely fly by itself without a human component. So that's interesting.
Now, are they
Yeah.
saying a human component on the ground or actually in the aircraft? No, it's a
No, on I'm sure on the ground, because they've got, I don't know. I mean, it could be in the cockpit too. But it'll be interesting to
That's
see.
cool.
But my first thought is until the aircraft wakes up on its own, and then we're fucked.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
I think we've seen some movies based on this theory. Oh no, it'll never be able to do itself.
Skynet.
As soon as Skynet becomes self-aware, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. But Jacob also says you're absolutely right. It's some pretty neat stuff for sure to see and be a part of. Hashtag test is what we do. So that's right up his alley right there in Florida. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm sure he'll be covering that a lot. But anyway, I just while we're talking about this, we still have some viewers on Instagram Live. Just want to say hi. We got Jetarazzi on there, of course. Jacob, Hank is on there. We've got Ron Morosco Jr., which I believe he put in a ramp swag order today. So
nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then Oscar Sakaris, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, Oscar just started his own podcast, so that's pretty damn cool.
Cool.
So good luck with that. That's
So is
awesome.
Oscar kind of just peeking in on the professionals to see how it's done?
Oh yeah, right. I'm sure he's taking notes on what not to do.
Exactly.
He's taking notes singular now.
Yeah.
Oscar, if you're thinking about getting anything useful from this surveillance, think again. Anyway. No, we appreciate you watching. That's awesome. AvGeek Joe.
Yeah, when AvGeek Joe says, when the Venom wakes up on its own, Russia and Safe Skies Utah is so screwed. That's right.
Yeah, hopefully it has the AvGeek mentality to it.
Yeah.
Safe Skies Utah will go first, I'm sure. Yeah.
That's right.
So that's from the military aspect. Are you done with kind of that thought? And everybody,
we can move on to the next story. It's interesting. Yeah.
Let us know in the chat what you guys are thinking.
By the way, Oscar comments on Instagram Live, it's all about Intel.
Yes,
true.
So true.
That's awesome.
True. There is a lot of truth to us listening to some podcasts out there and not wanting to be like them.
Right.
Yeah.
For us,
Yeah,
our Intel. Yeah.
There's a lot of great podcasts out there, though. A lot informative and very professional and very blah blah blah. But obviously, that's not us being the professionals.
Hey,
are you sure?
Hey, everybody! Welcome to the Aviation podcast.
Yeah, no.
My name is Joe, and today we will be exactly. Yeah, we try to make it light. We try to make it funny. We drop a few F-bombs every now and then. It's the expense of Mom's ears. Sorry, Mom. We love you.
Hey, we're doing good tonight.
Exactly. Hey, we are. I have already dropped one.
I've dropped one at least.
Aaron did too. You're lacking. You're
I
slacking
guess I
on
forgot. There's two.
It's also all about the soundboard as well.
Yes.
Right.
Gotta have the soundboard. That's a necessity. And so from a military, moving from a
Civilian,
military to a civilian aspect of this is pretty interesting. So this is from Arjun Singh, and he is at Chainsaw Rocks on X. Not sure how that's associated with aviation, but anyway, he says single pilot ops are a go as EASA, again the European equivalent to the FAA, approves EMCO, extended minimum crew operations. Airbus, starting with the A320, will start removing the first officer's seat to have single pilot operations. I'm sorry, that's scary.
I think now
The Project Morgan modifications expect completion by April 1st of 2025. So here's just just rewind this, and here's just a video.
Yeah, that's I think that is absolutely just moronic when you're talking about. You want to mute that because there's music.
Sorry, I just noticed.
Anyway, a lot of people are like, well, fighter jets have single pilot, or rescue helicopters are single pilot, or whatever. But it's a totally different situation when you've got hundreds of passengers behind you.
Well,
you need
not carrying passengers.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
you absolutely should have backup. And
I asked if this was real. They're really gonna do single pilot.
It's the real damn story.
They're really
I've read a little bit about this.
So that I need to make that larger.
I thought what was it, part 135 or what's I don't know. When you're carrying passengers, I thought an aircraft
part 141.
When you're carrying passengers over
Or 121,
a certain size aircraft or a certain number of passengers, you're required. Or maybe that's just the United States, I guess.
Well, you're required to have so many crew members, so many pilots, so many flight attendants. But see, they're with AI and Skynet and all that bullshit. They're thinking that they can automate this stuff, and that's fine. But here's some pilots in Europe that are asking a legit question. Pilots accuse aircraft makers of putting profit over safety. So
yeah, this is ridiculous. All it's going to take is one time where one of these pilots has a medical episode, something happen, and everybody's kind of screwed. And no.
So
when you're flying passengers, absolutely you need to have two pilots in the cockpit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one pilot.
Yeah, thank you. New automation technology being pushed by plane makers will boost their bottom line at the expense of safety. The head of the European Pilots Union told Euractiv, which is where this website is, whilst criticizing, just spit on my microphone, criticizing the EU aviation, say it, not spray it, Tony, criticizing the EU aviation regulator as overly close to business. But the aircraft manufacturers have rejected the claims, saying that automation technology can play a crucial role in aviation safety. Otan de Bruin, the president of the European Cockpit Association, a union representing airline pilots across the continent, said that the recent incident in which a door plug was ejected from a Boeing 737 MAX plane whilst in flight, they love the word whilst, in flight, is symptomatic of manufacturers' profit over safety mentality, or DEI, but we've already been down that road. In this case, it's not just the broken door that we're concerned with. It's the broken culture that we're most afraid of. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Asked about the union chief's comments. I almost said chef. Asked about the union chief's comments, a spokesperson for Boeing directed Euractiv towards statements made by former CEO Dave Calhoun, in which he reiterated the company's safety commitment and plans to strengthen. Well, you can say all that shit till you're blue in the face, but
soon to be former. He just announced he is resigning this year, but he's still CEO until they find a full replacement. But...
Oh, I thought they named.
No. Pope is head of the commercial airplane part of Boeing, not the whole CEO of Boeing thing.
I knew that. That was way.
So anyway.
Oh yeah, the bitch.
We don't know that.
Oh, sorry.
You haven't sat through one of her diversity training classes.
It just seemed
yet.
like the perfect.
We don't know yet.
Soundbite. Sorry.
Airbus pushing for single pilot flights. this alleged focus on commercial interests over safety is not limited to the U.S.-based Boeing. De Bruges, anyway, said taking aim at Europe's Airbus, the world's largest aircraft manufacturer. See, that bothers me right there.
It drives me nuts.
I know. The union had slammed Airbus's push to have selected aircraft such as the A350 certified for single pilot operations during the cruise phase of flights. Now, that might make sense during certain phases of flight, but again, with all of these died suddenly episodes, especially happening with pilot incapacitations, that can happen like that. And so,
dude, and not only that, you look at some of these major accidents that have happened. What about that Air France? What was it? Air France 447 or whatever, the one that
the one that disappeared over the Atlantic and broke.
That's right, and it's because the issues with like pitot tubes and whatever, they lost control of the aircraft.
Yep, didn't recognize what was happening.
And I know there were 2 pilots in the cockpit at the time, and it still didn't recover the aircraft. Well, take another brain out of the cockpit, and you're for sure not recovering the aircraft.
So, how about the captain? I believe this was either a Spanish or a Greek airline, somewhere over there. The one that actually purposely flew the plane into a mountain because he was suicidal.
Oh yeah, I mean it's dude. There's lots of bad ideas and
so many factors that go into all of it.
Exactly.
Even with AI and automation, like for me, there's just something in my brain that doesn't let me get past the fact that something can fail, something can go wrong. Yes, that can happen with human error as well, but like there's just something about having 2 physical pilots in the cockpit that make me feel more comfortable when flying on an aircraft.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, as great as my iPhone is, it freezes up every once in a while.
Right.
And it's not carrying passengers, so
right.
It's okay. You can just restart it, and you're good.
So to continue reading the article, known as reduced crew operations, the plane manufacturer's preferred rules would allow airlines to crew aircraft with only 2 pilots rather than 3 during long-haul flights. Under current rules, there's that whilst word again, 1 pilot rests outside of the flight deck, another pilot must step in, ensuring 2 pilots are on duty at all times. But Airbus believes that its technology is sophisticated enough to allow 1 pilot to man operations alone for cruise periods of the flight.
Until it's not.
Exactly.
Arrogance.
Yep. And that's arrogance, complacency, and it's like Ryan said, until it happens, and it will happen.
Yeah.
It's a guarantee. It's just a matter of when. Such solo operations are expected to be limited to experienced pilots that have undergone medical tests proving their fitness. Well, what about psychological tests at the same time?
Yeah.
This technology is also foreseen to be reserved for selected advanced aircraft. See, that's okay. We're just going to make sure super experienced pilots. Well, how many super experienced pilots have brought down a commercial airplane either accidentally or through incompetence?
Or AI. Let's put it this way: AI isn't going to troubleshoot a fucking problem. Like, there's no way AI could have landed that United DC-10 in Sioux City, Iowa, the way that it did.
Yep.
I mean,
exactly.
That was the expertise of the crew and that crew member that helped do the throttles when they lost their hydraulic systems. Like,
so the DC-10,
that's a perfect example of why having more than 1 person in the cockpit is a must.
Exactly. And things you can get behind the aircraft so quickly. And the thing is too, okay, so let's take this Air France flight, for example. So this artificial intelligence or whatever they're thinking is going to allow them to have these reduced crew operations. So is the artificial intelligence going to detect if it's getting faulty or bad information from the pitot tubes?
Of course not. It would have no way.
Because it's all it's doing is reading the data that it's getting. So
exactly.
Maybe someday we'll get there, but
you can't shut off the systems and physically fly the airplane, which is what I've done some very basic private pilot training, and they always teach
It's a very good
fly
point.
the airplane.
Well,
Fly the airplane first. You know,
Right.
don't look at everything, and you need to figure out and troubleshoot what's going on, but you have to fly the aircraft. And
Disconnect
AI
all
isn't
the
gonna be able to do
automation
that.
in this situation. I mean, okay, so look at the 737 MAX issues. All right.
Yeah, the
The
MCAS
pilots-
system that failed.
Exactly, the MCAS system that failed, but the other failure was the lack of airmanship by these pilots who didn't know to turn off the fucking autopilot, disengage, and then fly the aircraft manually.
Yeah, I
They
know.
were relying on automation, and
Yeah.
that automation killed them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just gonna say, it feels like kind of like cutting a corner in aviation. I think cutting corners is bad.
It's bad.
That's
It's
exactly
a
what this
bad
is.
thing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jetterazzi on Instagram Live says single pilot airline ops is a terrible idea.
Terrible idea.
And then Oscar says, will the first officer be moved into the galley to brew coffee? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's gonna have them serve soft drinks and peanuts.
Not their most experienced pilots.
So for De Bruin, having anything less than 2 pilots is unthinkable, even with the most sophisticated technology currently available. Our procedures, the way we cooperate with each other, crew resource management, the way we as pilots check and recheck each other during our work, this is purely the reason why we now have such a high level of safety. He said removing one part is completely upending the entire system.
Exactly.
Yep.
Aviation safety is all about redundancy.
Exactly. And you know, when we talk about accidents and cutting corners, you know, a lot of times in cockpit voice recorders after an accident, a fatal accident, it's determined that, you know, pilot error is a huge factor. But what did they do? They cut corners. They forgot to do something. The was it Air Florida 737 that went into the Potomac River way back when? They forgot to turn the de-ice on.
Well, and they backed out of the gate and ingested snow and debris into the engines, which hindered the engines, and they didn't de-ice correctly. I mean, dude, there was a
One
lot
part.
of
I mean, but that's
that was all human factor, actually. Yeah.
Like how will AI ever do a tactile inspection for de-icing?
Right.
You know, where the
cameras.
AI and automation is great, but it has to be backed up and monitored by humans to make sure that and you've always got to have that kill switch to turn off the automation if you need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you do.
What if AI decides that what you're doing is wrong when you're manually flying the aircraft?
Well, look at the way
decides to kick back in and take over, yet it's doing it wrong. It's a terrible idea.
I know it's a terrible idea. I mean, if you look at like AI technology right now, just like out in general public, like Chat GPT and this shit. I mean, you look at how that shit is so biased. It's programmed in one specific way. And so who's to say that, you know, you're one particular demographic and that thing is programmed to like, oh, well, I don't give a shit if that person survives or not. Or, you know, this one particular airline or nationality or whatever. I mean, dude, it might seem outlandish, but it's really not.
Well,
It's
and then another factor that I think of when we talk about this is like, you know, accountability as well. Like, we were talking about this today, brother, when I don't remember who we were talking about it with, but
Matt,
you know, when
one of our customers,
when Captain Solenberger landed that aircraft, remember all the board wanted that was created for the investigation was to hang him.
Oh, they were out for his blood.
They wanted to get it, you know, what are you going to do if AI fucks up? What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to hold AI accountable, or are you just going to be like, oh, it malfunctioned? It's like, and it's a no-brainer that what Sully did was amazing, and they were trying to just pin it on him like he fucked up. And we were talking about how all the other pilots they put in the simulator were able to make it back to the airfield. Well, yeah, because they knew what was coming. They knew what was going to happen. and they
Right.
had the time to pre-plan, and so
think about what they were going to do so they could beat this test. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
is AI going to be able to do something like Sully did?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You never
Yeah.
know, but it's a lot of it's coming, and we'll see what happens, I guess.
Couple quick comments here. Matt Thiemann, Matt the man. He says, I thought that was an April Fool's show. Exactly. It's such a ridiculous concept that you would think, but we do live in a clown world these days. Afgeek Joe, I have had to cover this threat for simple flying. Well said, Tony. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So here's
You're gonna make yourself a best friend there, Afgeek Joe.
All right. So here's what we need for autopilot. There's your
Okay.
reduced crew.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so funny.
Just some of the comments on that story. Can't we just have this instead? Truly number 2, I agree with you. So thank you very much.
That's funny. That's funny.
We tried, but actors refused. That's funny.
PH World, I don't even like Siri.
She's always listening.
Yeah.
She is. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Hey, how about another palate cleansing video? What do you think?
All right.
Before we move
We've
on
already
to
cleansed
our
the palate, but let's just watch.
well,
a cool,
before we move
badass
on to
video.
our next story. So give me 1 second here. Let me gotta pause. Start. Okay, it's queued up and ready to go. This is an old classic clip. Check this out. You recognize that from afar?
Oh yeah, that's the 747 with shuttle on its back.
Never got to see this live.
Turn it down. Sorry, it needs to be turned down. It was way too loud. That's awesome.
That was
Yes, it was. And I miss these days. People cheering and shit.
Yep.
Like
I do too.
I mean, and I know people do that when like Starship launches and stuff, but it was just the fact that they're cheering, seeing the shuttle and everything. Yeah, that's awesome.
So I never got to see the 747 fly with the shuttle on its back. But I did take a tour of Edwards Air Force Base several years ago, and that 747 was actually on the ramp, which was kind of cool.
That's
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got a picture of that somewhere. I'll have to post it someday. But anyway,
Cool video.
yeah. Moving on to our next story. Let's see here what we got. Let's see.
I've got. I mean, do you want me to go on to my next one?
Yep.
Okay. We'll kind of.
Point, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah. No. This is actually a really cool one because I think
really cool.
It's really like the wave of the future. The wave of the future. You know how Howard Hughes went crazy saying that, but
Future.
anyway, speaking of simple flying.
Wait, the future. Wait, I'm sorry. That was my
Okay. I thought your microphone was actually going retarded there, brother.
I'm retarded.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
One quick comment from BH World, just talking about the. Remember when they flew to LAX? They went right over my workplace at the time, flanked by the NASA Hornets. Yes, that was
nice.
pretty awesome. Wish I would.
And BH probably didn't take a photo of it because it wasn't an F-35.
That's right. And there was no spaghetti trailing behind it.
That's very true.
Jesus.
Okay. All right, here we go. So, JetZero's blended. Oh, by the way, speaking of simple flying, this is from simpleflying.com. JetZero's blended wing body demonstrator cleared by FAA for test flights. The company hopes to fly a full-scale demonstrator in 2027. So that's a pretty badass looking aircraft, isn't it?
Yeah, because I've seen video and pictures of NASA's little mini blended wing body test bed out of Edwards. That's kind of cool.
That's right.
Full size of this. Oh man,
capacity.
Yeah, so they're gonna fly. Okay, so here's a photo right here. That's the demonstrator that they want to fly. This is it's called the Pathfinder, 23-foot wingspan, 12.5% scale. Yeah, well, That's just the prototype. So anyway, JetZero cleared for test flights. The company's 23-foot wingspan Pathfinder demonstrator will perform flight tests above Edwards Air Force Base in California, with the initial testing phase expected to take around 3 months. JetZero had initially planned to launch test flights in 2023, but this was pushed back a few months due to supply chain issues, which
Of course.
unfortunately is affecting everything still.
asshole.
The company has been testing even smaller model, less than a third of the size of its 1/8 demonstrator. It continues to develop new models for future testing. In May of 2023, the startup revealed it was working with the United States Air Force, NASA, and the FAA to develop a blended wing body aircraft with a view to entertain service in 2030. The upcoming demonstrator flights will primarily assess the aircraft's flight controls and nose landing gear. Interesting. Full-scale prototype coming. JetZero is working on a full-size prototype in partnership with aerospace and defense giant Northrop Grumman. That's interesting.
Wow.
However, the aircraft isn't expected to begin flight tests until 2027 at the earliest. The prototype will have the capacity of a Boeing 767.
Damn.
Which typically seats around 270 passengers and the wingspan of an Airbus A330. So that's cool.
Oh, very cool.
Damn.
JetZero was awarded $235 million contract from the Air Force last year. Has also received funding from NASA's Sustainable Flight Demonstrator program. And then it goes on, it's supposedly a 50% less fuel burn, which, saves a lot of money. Also, it can run on sustainable aviation fuels and integrate with emerging, energy systems like hydrogen. So that'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
Blended wing body designs are shaping up to become a major force in the future of aviation, with several other companies developing their own planes. This includes Bombardier, which building a private jet version dubbed the EcoJet. Airbus, which has been developing a hydrogen-powered blended wing body plane, and Zero Avia, which is working on an autonomous hydrogen electric cargo plane. So that's interesting.
Can I just mention something about hydrogen?
Yeah.
So sure. I guess if you're in a plane it's going to crash, the chances are you're probably going to die anyway. So why not just go out with a huge, massive fireball and just make it hydrogen?
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, jet fuel, once you rupture a wing tank, that's going to go up pretty good too. So
you have a point. You definitely have a
point. But anyway, so the interesting thing is I've been personally following this JetZero story for a while now, and I would guess based on what the Air Force is saying, what JetZero is saying, is this could definitely turn into a next gen tanker aircraft. A next gen cargo aircraft. It really could go places.
Well, with the blended wing body design, just all the space that opens up.
Yeah, fuel capacity.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
So funny you should mention that about the tanker. I've got Northrop Grumman's website up right now. So
look at that. It looks exactly like a JetZero aircraft.
Isn't that cool though?
That is cool looking.
I mean, that's kind of badass looking. I do like the look of that. So demonstrating new air mobility solutions. The U.S. Air Force has selected innovative aerospace startup JetZero and Northrop Grumman to design, build, and fly a full-scale blended wing-body aircraft, BWB, not to be confused. No, never mind. Which aims to demonstrate...
BBW, is that where your brain was going?
Yeah.
All right.
It's amazing when you switch the lettering around just one spot. Anyway,
I was way off.
To build and fly a full-scale blended wing-body aircraft, which aims to demonstrate enhanced capabilities for improved efficiency, endurance, and cargo capacity on multi-mission military and commercial platforms. Recent advancements in technology have revolutionized JetZero's BWB concept, redefining the next generation of air mobility for military aerial refueling and logistics missions. In collaboration with Scaled Composites, That's the firm out of Edwards. I mean, out of oh my gosh,
Yeah, out of
Scale
Mojave.
Composites, the out of Mojave that fly the big twin bodied. Anyway,
Well, they built it. They actually don't operate it, but they did
I meant
build it.
built it. Excuse me.
Anyway, yes,
Scale
just-
Composites to build, design, and test flight the full-scale air vehicle demonstrator. Northrop Grumman will lead mission systems and vehicle integration efforts to deliver an innovative solution to JetZero and ultimately the U.S. Air Force. Speaking of a tanker.
Yeah, there you
that
go.
would be cool.
See,
That
look,
would
they're
be
already
cool.
flying.
Yeah.
They don't even need to.
Oh, look, and what are those F-14 Tomcats flying with it? I think BH could identify those.
Those are the spaghetti Tomcats.
I don't see any spaghetti.
So anyway, that's a pretty cool idea. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on this. And God, wouldn't it be awesome to be there at the at like the actual first flight, especially of the full size?
I have to keep an eye on it.
Yep, that
Maybe
would be
make a
actually
trip.
really cool. Leroy Grumman thanks you for using his name rather than just Jack Northrop. Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Leroy.
And Jack.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy and Jack. Yeah,
And Jack.
Wouldn't that be funny if instead of Northrop Grumman, it was called Leroy Jack?
Leroy Jack.
Leroy.
Yeah, it just doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
Leroy Jack F-35.
Yeah, I'd like another Leroy Jack, please. Sure. All right.
Anyway.
No peaches.
Don't forget the RampCheck Aviation Podcast live stream is, live every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook, X. As you saw, we were watching ourselves for a second. That was kind of cool.
That was cool.
And of course, Instagram Live. But make sure wherever you're watching the platform, just take a minute, head over to our YouTube channel. We want to get those subscribers up there. Any update on where we're at, brother? We're still kind of hanging in the
I don't know.
low.
We're
Anyway.
just under like 550.
Oh, nice. It's even jumped up
Roughly.
since last week. That's pretty cool. But head on over there. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out some of our content. If you've missed any past live stream episodes, just click the live tab. That'll take you to all of our episodes. They're right there. And we've got a lot of cool content. We've got some shorts up there. Not shorts as in hashtag shorts.
We do have shorts available in the RampSwag store.
Yeah, just not on the YouTube channel. Anyway, we'll get to that.
I'm working on a new video about our trip to Red Flag.
Oh, good. Another one. So
that'll be up soon.
We have one of those videos from last year's Red Flag experience. If you want to go back and watch that, we've got a tribute video to Bayo. We've got kind of an introduction video for Mock. Of course, the F-35 demo team pilots. Avgeek Joe, of course, just loves that. Loves the Bayo video. I hear. Cries every time when he gets home from work.
That's where all of our watch hours are counted.
Exactly.
Up.
Avgeek Joe gets home from work.
He just has it on. What do you call that?
On loop.
Loop.
He gets home from work. Grabs his Crocs, slips on his Crocs, grabs a big box of tissue.
Oh God!
Yes,
You're
I'm referring
so
to Deadpool. Sorry. Anyway,
confirmed.
But yeah, see,
confirmed.
But
he says, "I wish was flying the Bayo loop."
Hey, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
There you go, Avgeek Joe, just for you.
Nice.
But while you're there, of course, share the page with your friends, fellow Avgeeks, family members, and just make sure you are subscribed and you've hit that little notification bell thingy that usually pops up somewhere around here. Anyway,
wherever it's at.
Yes. So, and thank you, of course, for watching the RampCheck Aviation Podcast live stream. We love having you guys here. We love having you comment, and even BH World, we do. So.
Yeah.
Okay,
especially BH World, and as a matter of fact, BH World is featured in some of that video that will be posted on YouTube sometime within the next week or so.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I had to. I'm sorry.
And his humor is as dry as the humidity in Las Vegas.
So nothing new.
You'll enjoy it. Just kidding.
That's awesome. So our next story involves the F-35A Lightning II.
Yes, it does. And this is actually pretty interesting because it's called the Lightning II. And it
Right.
for a while there, it couldn't fly in lightning.
What?
That's interesting.
So this is from defensenews.com, posted April 2nd. So you know it's not an April Fool's joke. Which, by the way, it's almost impossible to go on social media or the internet on April Fool's Day.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
everything
do it.
posted, it's just unbelievable. It's like I totally avoided everything on on Monday.
yeah.
It
Well,
was
apparently
crazy.
next week's eclipse is going to kill us all.
Oh, Jesus. It's
Yeah.
it's an eclipse, people. That's it. Gosh.
Eclipse.
It's a
Well, if
gosh. We need that Napoleon Dynamite
I know,
soundbite
right?
where he's like, gosh.
Well, if the eclipse itself doesn't kill it, then NASA or kill us all, then NASA is, because I guess they're launching rockets at the eclipse,
Yeah.
A glass case of emotion.
or the CERN laboratory in Europe. They're going to fire up the hydron or whatever it is, the super collider.
Yeah.
They're going to fire up the super collider and open up a portal to another dimension. But I guess you need a solar eclipse to do that. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, let me get to the story. F-35A Lightning. It's actually called the Lightning II, not just
Yes.
Lightning. Come on, Defense News, get it right.
This is
Anyway.
defense news.
Yeah, cleared to
Credibility
fly
gone.
in Lightning for first time in 4 years. Oh, look at this. Here's Bayo right here. Major Kristen Beowulf.
Yeah.
F-35A. Yeah, cool. There you go.
Your
December
picture is it, brother?
2023. It's not my picture, but it's a cool picture. This is from Senior Airman Jack Rogers with the Air Force. But anyway, the Air Force's version of the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter can fly in lightning and thunderstorms again after the service lifted a restriction that had been in place for 4 years.
Until
Now,
the next one gets struck.
Before I read the rest of the story, I just have to say that actually sucked, because if you're ever spotting up a hill or whatever and there's lightning, even not right over the field, like ops are over. Like
Well,
it
same thing if you're
sucked.
down a
Like
red flag.
anything, yeah, exactly. Anytime there was a thunderstorm or anything in the area, lightning, like it actually kind of sucked. But anyway, so that's good that this is lifted now. The F-35 Joint Program Office confirmed in an email that the 2020 standoff restriction placed on the aircraft, officially called the Lightning II, was lifted on March 19th. The news was first reported by Breaking Defense. The military stopped the F-35s from flying within 25 miles of Lightning after a problem was discovered with its onboard inert gas generation system, or OBIGS.
There's that acronym.
OBIGS.
That reminds me.
Oh, peaches.
Exactly. Which is meant to keep the jet safe from strikes. OBIGS pumps nitrogen enriched gas into the F-35's fuel tank to render it inert and keep the fuel tanks from exploding if struck by lightning, which is important.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, in 2020, maintainers conducted depot maintenance on an F-35A at Hill Air Force Base in Utah, found that one of the tubes that distributes the gas to the fuel tank was damaged. Subsequent inspections found problems with the tubes in multiple other F-35s, and the military restricted it from flying near lightning until a fix could be developed. F-35Bs and Cs were not affected by the lightning problem and did not have their flying restricted, which is interesting.
Yeah,
You'd think something like that would be like a common, system. In a statement of defense to Defense News, F-35 manufacturer Lockheed Martin said the F-35 remains the most capable aircraft in providing global 20. Come on, just answer the question.
I
was
know,
gonna
right?
say, where's the word safe?
I know that protects
Where's-
the United States and our allies. BAE Systems, which makes OBIGs, was not immediately available to comment. Anyway, the JPO said the fix included a more robust design for the fighter's OBIGs hardware, as well as updates to its software. The modification was tested in both the lab and in flight. It credited government and industry engineers for finding a solution to the lightning restriction problem. The JPO declined to further detail how the system was fixed or how many F-35s had been modified due to operational security concerns. So the fix restores operational capability, which providing additional safety for pilots and aircraft. So there you go.
Okay, good.
Welcome F-35A back to the thunder clouds.
Welcome the lightning back to lightning.
That's right.
Right?
So it can now live on live up to its name, a Lightning II.
Thank you, brother.
There you go.
Appreciate that.
There you go.
That's awesome.
So anyway, those of us that love F-35, and pretty much there's F-35s all over the world now, especially F-35As, that's important because I'm sure it affected a lot of F-35As. It's the most purchased and exported model as well.
There's even an F-35 on your ramp swag there, brother.
There is. You see that? I'm sure some people out there might like it.
I heard that if you actually go to the Ramp Swag store, which is www.rampcheckglobal.com/shop all, you can find a lot of really cool stuff like this. You want to bring some of that up, brother?
Yes, sir.
Anna, look at that.
Look at that.
You taking notes there, Oscar? Was it Oscar? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Oscar. Yeah, I know.
How smooth that transition was.
That's right.
Now, Oscar, in your podcast, if you would like to go ahead and use our Ramp Swag store for your
yeah,
more than
we'll
welcome
send you the link.
Yes,
Yeah.
can use that and post it all over the place. Ooh, new embroidery, huh?
Yeah, look at those.
New
That's
premium hoodies.
the large embroidery. Yeah, that's pretty
like
sick
that.
actually. Yeah, that's cool. So
Yeah.
we got that. Let's see here. Let's go to hoodies and sweatshirts. We're still in hoodie weather. It was like almost 70 degrees up here in northern Utah today. It was awesome.
77 down here. I liked it.
Yeah. Check this one out. This one's sick.
Oh, dude, I might have to get that one.
Yeah, the bone looks sick straight on. Love it.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yep. I
But,
might have to. That might be the next one for me.
But anyway, these are cool too. So these are removed before flight. Gotta love that.
Oh,
The embroidery.
I like it.
Yeah, those are cool.
She likes it too, apparently.
I guess so. But anyway, let's see what else we got here. These are kind of cool. So let's see here. Let's do this one. This one's actually a really cool one.
Oh,
So this
I
is
like that
the
too.
stealth. Yeah. Look at that.
Ooh, that's kind
Very
of
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a lot of good stuff on there, so
Yep.
we appreciate the support.
I have to put together another Ramp Swag order. Damn it.
Yeah, we got some new stickers up. This one's a really cool sticker. We also have a hoodie and a t-shirt of this.
Oh yeah, Solos rule. Like it.
Solos rule. Yeah. An
Very
ode to the Thunderbirds and Blue Angels.
Hey, the five's upside down, Aaron.
I know. Can you imagine that? Jeez. I can't believe I did that. Anyway, this is a cool one for your Canon lovers out there. Nice glass.
Nice.
Photographers will get it. But
How about adding a new one that doesn't say nice glass, it says glass envy.
yeah, I actually have one.
Lens
A
envy.
t-shirt actually designed that I've been working on
Nice.
for a sticker. But anyway, there's stickers. My gosh, we've got how about leggings for Lady Av Geeks or the or your girlfriend? Check it out.
Very cool.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Yep.
Got some F-35s. Those are cool. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
we got leggings, gosh, a little bit of everything. So just
I knew that was coming.
I know. Easy there, Tony. Easy there. But anyway, and a bunch of cool hats too. Yeah, but
Very cool.
cool.
www.rampcheckglobal.com. Go there right now and order up some Ramp swag, would you? We'd love to send you some Ramp swag. Couple comments here before we move on to our last story. AvGeek Joe. Also, did you hear I work for the AFD group and we are planning the RampCheck Global Air Show at Hill Air Force Base for June?
Let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah, just let us know what we can help you with.
Yep, absolutely. BH World, and then awesome. Congrats, BH World. I think he's talking about the
YouTube video coming out.
video.
Yeah.
And then BH World also says, I have a design for you to wear. Oh, great. What is this going to be like?
Is it
your lasagna?
I know. Is it more pasta? Because I don't eat pasta. It's too carby for me.
It's the yeah.
It's like the French toast F-35 or something.
So a lot of chatter from the news about Boeing and all the yes. Now, don't get me wrong. Boeing has its stuff it needs to work on, for sure. There's,
Droid team. I know what he's talking about.
Oh,
Sorry,
droid team.
Ryan put that up, and yeah, I know. I gotta get going on that. I know.
Okay,
Anyway,
cool.
continue, brother.
Moth flying around in here. Anyway, Boeing does have its fair share of problems, and they need to, just their primary focus, leaving everything else behind, is putting together a safe and reliable aircraft. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And there are plenty of good employees at Boeing that are striving to do that same thing. There are plenty of qualified employees that are striving to do the same thing, but sometimes not everybody's on the same page, and things happen. Now, it doesn't hurt when the media has a hard-on for your failure, and they try and point out every little single tiny thing that happens. And what does that do? It creates just like a stupid freaking pandemic that just happened a couple years ago. What was the fuel behind that? It was the
Fake.
media.
It's fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
and so
whatever
doing that right now.
It's unfortunate. You hope most people are kind of waking up to all this that's going on, that like you can't follow just mainstream and what everybody says. You gotta look for independent sources. You gotta go out on your own and look. And like watching the RampCheck Aviation podcast,
Just hear
at least the aviation angle.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not doctors. We're not going to prescribe anything. Let's just
a good time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly. So we'll just bring up this last story here really quick. Aaron sent this to us earlier as well. But basically, this is from Chicago's very own WG9. All right. If it's Boeing, I'm not going. Some travelers are nervous to fly after recent plane issues. Or are you nervous to fly because you're flying next to some undocumented illegal immigrant? Yes, I said illegal, YouTube.
No, it's just because of everything being reported in the news. Again, it's gaslighting.
Yep.
It's the stories are told. And so now the narrative out there is that Boeing is not safe, which, if you look at how many flights they actually do per day, it's the numbers say that they're safe. So,
right. Absolutely.
So did you already mention where this article's from? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I'll just go ahead and start reading it. Some airline passengers say they're apprehensive about traveling in Boeing jetliners following a series of flight problems in the past 3 months. But should you be worried about flying? Travelers have voiced their safety concerns in news, interviews, and on social media platforms like TikTok, with several users posting videos using the caption, "If it's Boeing, I'm not going." Oh, how clever to do a twist of the "if it ain't Boeing, I'm not going." Continues on to say the American plane maker has been under intense pressure since early January when a panel blew off a brand new Alaska Airlines 737 MAX mid-flight over Oregon. This spotlighted a torrent of manufacturing issues that have piled up for Boeing over the years, including 2 devastating crashes that also involved MAX jets, one in Indonesia in 2018 and the other Ethiopia. I mean, we're talking 6 years ago.
Completely unrelated.
Yeah, but they've got to relate
Unrelated
it to it, right?
issues, unrelated.
Well, it's mainstream, dude. They're gonna pull shit out from.
Yep.
Jeez.
Okay,
man.
I just want to read this. Flyers like I just want to read this name. Flyers like Leela Eminodele, a lawyer residing in New Jersey, claim they've gone as far as rebooking flights.
Oh no!
Hold on.
Sorry.
She claims that they've gone as far as rebooking flights to avoid Boeing aircraft. So it's kind of like when they say sources say,
Yes,
like, did it really
exactly.
happen?
Yeah.
I just can't step on that plane. Eminidale told NBC News, citing quality control incidents. Even if the chance of getting hurt on a Boeing flight, even with all the incidents, is slim. God. So
Dude, this whole article is a perfect example of people just blindly following mainstream media.
Yep.
So
you have just as much risk getting on an Airbus or an Embraer as you do a Boeing aircraft. Everything is generally safe along the whole spectrum.
yeah, it's
for crying
ignorant.
out loud.
I mean, listen to this paragraph, okay? And then we're probably gonna move on. But I realized that my plane next week was on a Boeing 737-9 MAX. So I immediately, and I mean immediately, canceled this and changed it to another flight because I will make sure I never fly on another Boeing again.
And whatever airline that was, whether it's United or Alaska, they'll be happy to collect those change fees.
Right?
Well, yeah, I know, right? And I'm glad that this paragraph's put in there. Not everyone, it goes on to say, not everyone agreed with taking this approach. However, many called it an overreaction and fear mongering, while others pointed out that air travel is still safer than driving.
And let me point out, especially safer than driving in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
So yeah, I mean, anyway, articles like this, it is fear mongering. To say I immediately, and I mean immediately, without hesitation, canceled my flight. Like, I mean, even after everything we know,
fucking drama queen,
everything
TikToker,
we talk about,
just doing it for likes.
I would never go to that extreme. Like I'm heading to Hawaii at the end of the month. I know I'm flying on 737 to Seattle to connect. Like, I don't care. I still think it's the safest form of travel.
Yep.
Well, the thing is I was doing some research before this. It's actually, you have a 1 in 93 chance of actually dying in your car versus almost like you can't add up the numbers even of what your odds are dying in an airplane because it's so low.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
and you have such a high chance just being in your car. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I think dying in an airplane is actually lower than, or the chances of dying in an airplane are actually lower than dying of the flu.
Yeah.
We'll call it the flu.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, but we still have hope with a lot of the gaslighting and everything that's going on. We still believe in Boeing, and we know they're going to get it figured out. So, and when I say get it figured out, that's just what we're being told, right?
Yep.
So,
exactly.
Anyway,
yeah. Get this. Another statistic that I read was the equivalent of a full 737 of human lives die on the roads every day in the United States.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Where's the story on that news?
Exactly. I'm going to rebook my car. I'm not going to go in my car.
And most of them are Ford, so Ford bad.
I know.
God, it's just this. It's the same shit that they decide they want to do their agenda. If they put that statistic up every single day, so many people would be scared to leave their homes and drive their cars. It's just like the same thing if they put a ticker of the amount of people that die from the flu every day. if they put that up on CNN, then nobody would leave their house. Well, I would.
Yeah, that kind of already happened.
I know. Yeah, that was a
It
little,
was called
little
something else.
rebranding there.
Kung Flu.
Exactly
China.
right.
Anyway,
China is asshole.
thank you. What the hell does this mean, BH? We want to hear Tony, the funny guy, do something funny.
What is he, like a toy to be poked? Come on, dude.
Ow,
It reminds me
ow.
of that meme with the stick where it says to do something.
The chatty Cathy doll. Anyway,
There you go, BH.
Okay.
That was
I
good.
guess. Sorry, we're boring you to death tonight, BH.
I know,
Just
right?
crying out loud. We already talked about F-35 like 10 times tonight.
We
Yeah, I
did.
even have one on my shirt.
I know. And there's even one on my shirt too. Let's see, where are we? This aircraft right here.
It's
Yep,
hit by
there
a
it
That's an
is.
F-35.
Right,
That's
right
your
by
nipple.
the nipple.
And we got an F-35 right there.
And we've got 3 F-35s right there.
On Tony's wall. So
Yeah.
there's your entertainment, god damn it.
Yes. Sorry, there's no spaghetti.
I know.
And we'll move on.
Oh God, what's next?
So I just want to say on Instagram Live, Jederazzi chimes in. These same people don't blink twice about driving, but freak out about possible airplane crashes. He says, we have so many alerts every week if the media only knew.
Right, exactly.
Of every manufacturer and aircraft type, too.
It's like I said when I was a dispatcher, every single day, every shift I ever worked, there was always some kind of a maintenance.
And SkyWest
Oh.
didn't operate Boeing aircraft.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, and you could even go as far as to, what they eat and consume on a daily basis is probably more deadly to them than, than flying on an airplane. But, just the gaslighting. It's stupid. I hate it.
Yep. One more segment coming up, then we'll be wrapping up the podcast. Before we go into our Instagram accounts, Instagram stories from accounts we follow. Sorry, got that wrong.
Yeah, it's okay.
BH World, like the Pee Wee Herman doll from the 80s when the pull string in his back. So are you talking about Pee Wee Herman doll when he's in the movie theater?
Oh, I hope
my
not.
When you pull the string? Or because I ain't doing that shit.
He's definitely not doing that shit with me sitting next to him. So. All right,
dear Lord. All right. Once again, everybody, the RampCheck Aviation podcast live stream is live every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Right here on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram live as well. Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, please, share it, share content, watch content, like it, do all that fun stuff. In the meantime, are we ready?
I think we are ready.
All right. It's time for Instagram stories from accounts we follow.
Sorry.
Look at you, brother. That was awesome. Good job.
Right on
Right.
time. Oh, this is the
This
cutest
is a cute
little
video. You got to turn the volume up on this one.
Oh, yeah.
it's
Hold
the
on.
best.
Yeah, this is a cute video. Hold on.
I saw this right before we did the podcast.
Oh, here. I'm going to have to go like this. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is my wife's account. This is my daughter, Lula.
Who the hell are you looking for?
He's the best, though.
Who are you looking for? Daddy? Oh, where did he go? I don't know. Where did he go?
That's funny.
That's so
Anyway, adorable. Okay, so yes, love you, Lula. Let's see. Okay, let's see. No aviation, so we'll just go ahead and skip there.
Lots of
let's
puppies,
see.
though.
No aviation. Oh, look! Happy birthday to see that's Steph Strickland right there.
Oh,
okay.
That's cool.
And then
Brett,
that's Brett there with a selfie with her. So anyway, looks like they're at Sun and Fun.
Happy
in
birthday
Florida.
again, Steph.
There you go. ORD spotting bridge class. Oh wow, he's in Baltimore. With,
I'm sure that's exactly what
anyway,
she wanted on her birthday was a shout out from
Yeah.
Aviation podcast.
That's right. And then that's me just reposting my wife's story right there. But anyway,
Cool.
Florida Afterburner Images. Oh, he he looks like he got a little truck. He got rid of his
Miles
old
old
police
cop car.
cruiser.
That's a really big churro. What is that?
Is that his date tonight? What the hell is that? I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, so let's see here. That one Utah spotter, Viper Girl, Fly Meta.
Wait, is that like Meta as in Facebook Meta?
I don't think so.
I hope not. Okay.
No, I don't think so. That's weird. Anyway, official Hill Air Force Base. There you go.
A lightning
storm is building, and that's actually mock. They posted that photo before. Nice. Air Force. Hillgram.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but oh yeah, Owen Aviation. Nice. Mud Hen. Gotta love that. Nice Harrier. Let's see.
Harrier,
a lot of birthdays going on.
Hey,
that's
dope.
It's dope.
Oh wait, go back to that.
What?
You gotta stop the music.
I know,
first.
I did.
Okay,
Oh well.
go. Okay, keep going. Right there. Career in aviation. That's awesome.
Spot on.
Yeah, I'm currently I'm right between regional and mainline. I would like to get back to student. That would be nice, or CFI.
Yeah, I don't.
So I kind of fluctuate between late student to mainline and back. Anyway, pretty damn funny.
Exactly. Let's see here. Grand Forks, North Dakota. It's like a Piper wing.
Yep. Mountain inside.
To the
My
tab.
Moose. Nice. Got a Super Hornet. All right. 747.
Martin Air Cargo.
Yeah, check it out. A couple CH-47s. We'll immediately receive the death penalty. There you go, Mr. President.
Kind of like it.
Amen.
I like it. Hey, there's another happy birthday to Steph. She's well known. Can you tell?
She is. Wow. Have to have Steph on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We
wow, that's a milestone.
Yeah, that's
50.
Great.
You got that a few years ago, brother.
Hey, stop it.
I know. I still have 3 years. Anyway, looking for advice setting up selling photos online. Okay, well, that's quite a challenge. You got to work on that a little bit.
Solicitation, dude.
Yeah. Who's Julian Phillips Art? Oh yeah, that's the artist that does those awesome military oil paintings, dude. That's badass. Look how cool that shit
That is amazing.
I know, it's great. So she's actually sending the F-15 one that she did of the F-15 photo that I sent to her.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And
cool
yeah. So we're getting that soon. Okay. Nice Warthog. Oh, that's cool. Is it a Diamond Star?
It kind of yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a Diamond Star. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Airplane.
Manatee. Look at that. Anyway, not aviation. Oh wait, but that's aviation.
That's aviation.
Well, top aces at Egg and Eglin F-35 is cool. Nice. Top aces. We saw them at Red Flag just recently.
Yep. Yes, we did.
Let's see. Come on, aviation. Come on now. Oh wait, what was that camera gear one? I get best camera gear insurer. Go. Oh,
all right. Okay, bro.
I don't know the answer to that. Anyway, 6. Oh yeah, did you hear?
Oh wow.
Goes in Taiwan. I guess some of their F-16s got slightly damaged.
Damn.
Yeah.
Slightly damaged on an F-16. Maybe
I don't know.
$150,000 repair.
Exactly. HTM Aviation. Oh, speaking of Oscar and his podcast, he had Audrey on actually. That's a little tough.
Hey, Audrey. So, Oscar, when are you going to have the RampCheck Aviation podcast as guests?
Yeah, right.
You got the brothers.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here. A couple more. Aviation, T6. Oh, belly landing. Oh, dang. Just saw a T6 do a belly.
Crazy.
That's unfortunate. You got the gear wouldn't come down. Dang. Let's see. switching to a Max. There you go. TSA went through better than expected. Well, good for you. That's awesome.
Yep,
Okay. Let's see. Jake KP photo. We got the Rhino. It looks like he didn't have his backseater in there. Oh, interesting.
He's all alone.
Unless he's really short.
I guess that's
anyway. Hey, look at that. Airman Magazine. We covered that story
yep,
tonight.
we sure did.
We did. Okay, last one. Helmet. Nice. It's like out of a Blackhawk. Okay, we'll do one. We'll do one more. Oh, G Fontana. Nice. He's always got some great stuff. He's always traveling. Oh, hi there. That's cool. And then Click captures, fake it till you make it kind of day. Well, there you go. We'll end it on there, fellas. All right.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, everybody. Thanks for
there
watching.
you go.
That, of course, is Instagram stories from accounts we follow. Well, brothers, I'd have to say that was another great podcast. What do you think?
I
Great
think
podcast.
Before we wrap this up,
yes.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Got to give a shout out to Big Brother there. Had a birthday 3 days ago. We celebrated, had some dinner with them, and had a good time. Happy for the big 4-7. Happy birthday.
4-7. That's
4-7.
right.
You know, I'm kind of
Still a little.
pissed.
Oh, why is that?
Why?
How the hell is it that you have very little gray and you've got a full fucking head of hair when I lost all of mine at like 46?
Check this bitch out. Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
I know. Aaron's going to be one of those elderly guys that has thick hair.
Yep.
It's only short because that's how I cut it. But yeah,
and,
I know.
His brothers, you know, Ryan's getting right. See, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the light reflection.
Yikes.
I'm in between that and that.
Yes.
But a little closer to that.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not going to remove the hat.
Your day will come.
Yeah. I do have a little bit of white in my red beard though.
Oh,
yes, but
I do.
Yeah, there is a little there, but hope you had a good birthday, brother. And
thank you.
I still think you look like young Kris Kringle in the Year Without a Santa Claus. Is that? Well, no, it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed. What was that?
No, it was Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Exactly.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
You're like a ringer, dude.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. You're like a dead ringer.
Anyway. A ringer, man. It's the dirty undies. The ringer.
The Dundies.
Come on, you got the dirty undies. You get that reference? Hopefully, somebody listening will get that reference. The ringer.
Sure they do.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Basically, wherever you're watching: YouTube, Facebook, X/Twitter, and of course, Instagram,
Rumble,
and Rumble. I've been forgetting Rumble all night. Sorry, Rumble.
I know.
We owe you a little love. Throw some back at us, would you? All right. So I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Ryan. Good day.